Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophia, piloting to the Universe of Chinese. We are going to continue our exploration of how Chinese make meaning. So we have been doing this episode kind of a bounce off the early August 2023 incident of a bunch of Chinese students whitewashed the wall in this graffiti famous lane called Brick Lane, I think in Britain, of the 12 core socialist values onto the wall. And we have been covering each of the individual concepts because all of them are made of two Chinese characters that's corresponding to mostly Western concepts. So we have been talking about 自由、平等、公正 recently, and today we're going to 法治. Okay, 法治. It looks super complicated, right? But I'm glad to see that they share. You see, both of them in the contemporary simplified Chinese version have the symbol on the left. That means water. And in ancient forms, it's more complicated, right? So here, this water is only up left corner of the whole frame during the simplification process, because this is like nobody can, not nobody, but very few people trained can write it correctly. So I'm good with simplified, but to fully understand how Chinese make meaning, to make this 法 means legal, is quite an abstract meaning, right? It's a societal construct. So to understand how Chinese symbols visualize that concept, have to go to the traditional Chinese. And yeah, let's start from this water sign. Why does this water? It's a depicting of water in nature, the natural flow of water. So imagine this river, and then the middle stream is one continuous stream. And on the side, there are blocks in the river, like fallen logs or things like that, right? It's not continuation, like stones or things like that, right? So Chinese water sign depict that breaking of the interruption of this water stream. So total 5 strokes to depict river. And because ancient times don't really have, like we use water from well, right? Or maybe take it from streams. So water source is not like the contemporary tap water. That's I'm not sure, is that 20th century invention? That household are having this kitchen, the whole unit of cooking, have fire and water, those two major natural elements, fully controlled, piped in, right? That's very smart convenience for everyday living. But that was a contemporary thing. So back then, like thousands of years ago, this water sign, we don't get to see water in the tap form. We can only see it in the river. So there we go. That's water. And this complicated looking thing is some kind of a deer looking animal that was like a mystery. Wait, is it called mythic animal in Chinese folklores, that this deer looking thing with horns on the top have the capacity to tell right from wrong. And that deer looking animal are going to, in terms of judgment, are going to go up to whoever committed the crime, kind of identify them. So instead of using judge and the system, right, Chinese folklore rely on this mythical animal to tell right from wrong. Okay, at least that symbol was, because of it carries message so much already in this deer looking animal. That means the ability to discern, to the discerning, right from wrong. So that simply represents that. That doesn't necessarily mean that in the courtroom it was always carried out by an animal. No, it's somebody have to make the judgment as wise as this amazing ability from this mythical figure. Okay, and then the bottom is a symbol for leave, departure, because then one of the punishment, probably the lightest one, it's hard to tell, of somebody who is convicted of crime. Depends on what kind of crime, right? Okay, so this is one type of punishment, which is to send that person away from hometown. So you probably cannot imagine why in ancient times, leaving your tribe, leaving your family behind was a severe punishment, because ancient times transportation, not convenient at all. If you took days or weeks to walk somewhere, kind of trekking, hiking somewhere far away, that was a huge punishment. And also based on the Chinese society, the form of family, like you're supposed to stay close to your own clan, your family. You're not supposed to be frequent traveling somewhere. It's totally different from the contemporary living. Like travel was hot this year because COVID, keep at home, right? And then traveling was a thing. It's a consumption. It's a consumption, something pleasant, something to get away, right? But in Chinese culture in ancient times, first off, getting away is not easy. Second, culturally, it was not encouraged for kids to leave their parents behind, or they're supposed to, the whole tribe stay together. So this then had the foundation, have the context why departing from your tribe, your clan, was considered a punishment. So we have the punishment, we have the judgment there, and this water means evenly, means you're not biased, you're treating whoever in a courtroom fairly. So that represents the whole legal practice over there. Okay, the right side is water. Okay, as an agrarian society, how to use water, how to control water. When you have water, you can have them for farming purpose in the right amount, at the right timing, right? And when it comes of a heavy rainy day or year, how to contain that water so that it doesn't damage the village or the farm field. That was and still is a major endeavor for humans to, stay at peace with their environment, or to make the best out of the environment was given by nature, right? So this water, and the right side, the block and something on top of the block. I was going to say it looks like a pile of something, right? But it actually means a pile of, I guess in our contemporary living, we can relate to sandbag or something mobile that you can shift it around to pile high so that you can contain the water. When it's high water mark, you can build up the banks, right, to block it, to keep the water within the channel so that it doesn't flood your land, your people. So that's the ancient, I guess the initial critical function for ancient government, is because this is not a single family or clan or village effort. It is an effort of the whole resources of whoever is governing that piece of land, that they need to come up with this collective effort, direct the resources to control the water so that the whole, people of the land benefit from this major civil engineering project, right? So that water control effort then become the representation of government or governing, because that's the initial function. Especially you can see the importance for agrarian society. Control water is a major thing. Okay, so together we have this legal processing and then the practice of governing, which is serving the people, right? Combined together to mean the rule of law. And I guess this rule means it's by the government, and the law is this legal processing system. So 法治 actually means law, rule, right? If we translate verb by verb, word by word is law, this is legal, right? And 治 is the rule, the government. So that's rule of law in Chinese. All right, catching into the frequency of thinking by one word a day with Sophie. See you another day.